let me give you guys some numbers. A mall in Omaha, Nebraska, 8 dead, 5 wounded. Mall in Kansas City, Missouri, 2 dead, 2 plus wounded. Mall, Salt Lake City, Utah, 5 dead, 4 plus wounded. Post office, Goleta, California, 7 dead. Office, Wakefield, Massachusetts, 7 dead. Columbine High School, 13 dead, 24 plus wounded. Virginia Tech University, 32 dead, 21 plus wounded. What do all those locations have in common? They are gun-free zones. Gun-free zones supply an endless amount of victims to an armed assailant who cannot defend themselves. Self-defense is a basic human right that we should all be able to enjoy. Shouldn't each person have the right to defend themselves to the fullest extent that they can? Right now, on college campuses, you're limited to fists, possibly a knife if you have one. If you don't have that, and somebody attacks, you're in trouble. The Second Amendment to the United States Constitution states, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The Supreme Court has affirmed the Second Amendment as an individual right in the case Heller versus District of Columbia. The Supreme Court wrote, held the Second Amendment protects an individual right to possess a firearm unconnected with service in the militia. Justice Scalia, in writing for the majority, said that you may as well rewrite the Second Amendment to say, because a well-regulated militia is necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. One thing that we should all understand is that a gun is merely a tool. It's a tool. People kill people. Crazy people kill people. A gun has never killed anyone. A crazy person has killed someone. Right now, the right of self-defense is hampered on college campuses by making it illegal to carry concealed weapons. Title 21, Section 1277, subsection D of the Oklahoma State Statutes reads, no person in possession of any concealed handgun pursuant to the Oklahoma Self-Defense Act shall be authorized to carry the handgun into or upon any college or university property. It does allow specifically for exceptions to keep in your vehicle, for example. Students and faculty should have every means available to them to protect themselves from people who have no regard for the law. Think about this. If a deranged gunman came in this room right now with fully loaded guns, started shooting, how many of us would die? Probably all of us. Police response time, 2 to 3 minutes at best. You can fire a lot of bullets in 2 to 3 minutes. Washington Times article talking about the August 2nd, 1966 shooting at the University of Texas when the gunman got on the Texas Tower and started shooting at people. Back then, the city of Austin didn't have a SWAT team. He did most of his damage in the first 20 minutes before students could go get their hunting rifles and shoot at him up in the tower to keep him from being able to look over the edge to attack. But we can fix this by allowing licensed and trained adults, people over 21, to carry their concealed weapons on campus. What this would not do is let every student carry a gun, and it would not let people wear guns on their hips, much like I'm wearing my phone where it's visible. They have to stay concealed. What this would do is allow students and faculty who are already in possession of concealed weapons licenses authorized by the state of Oklahoma to enjoy the same rights they do on campus as they do across the street. It could potentially allow someone to step in and stop an attacker in under 3 seconds, minimize the tragedy. Getting a license isn't easy. You can't have any felony convictions ever, no history of mental illness. You have to go through a training course so you understand the law and your gun. and you have to get a full background check by the OSBI. Furthermore, the Texas Department of Safety publishes a report every year, and according to that report, people in possession of concealed handgun licenses are over 380 times less likely to be convicted of a serious crime than non-permit holders. Permit holders are generally pretty good citizens. Of the 61,260 convictions in the 2007 year in Texas, only 160 were by license holders. 8,689 burglaries, 1 by license holder. 72 kidnappings, 0 license holders. 988 sexual assault crimes, 6 license holders. 73 manslaughters, 1 license holder. 371 murders, 2 license holders. And 4 murders under sudden passion, 0 license holders. Students for concealed carry on campus point to a Secret Service report that says sane, well-adjusted individuals do not simply snap and go on shooting sprees. Some people will tell you the answer to flying bullets is not more flying bullets. And to you I say, then why do the cops bring so many guns when they respond to a shot's fired? Some people say, why add guns to the mix of drugs and alcohol prevalent on college campuses? And I say, well, drinking and drug use takes place off campus where guns are already allowed. Some people say schools are pretty safe, so why allow students to have guns? And to them I say, well, my house is pretty safe. I still lock the door every night. My car's pretty safe. I still put on the seatbelt. I'm pretty healthy, but I still take vitamins. Between 2005 and 2007, there were 10,536 rapes on college campuses. There was an average of 9 sexual assaults a day on college campuses. A Newsweek article showed that of the 11 college campuses in the United States that allow concealed weapons, all 9 in Utah, there have never been any incidents of theft, accidental discharge, or crime with the weapons. Finally, I'd just like to say that things written down on paper, laws, they're not going to protect you. This book was shot with a standard pistol cartridge. It goes through and through. Holding up your book in front of it's not going to help you. State laws, gun control isn't going to help you. Bad people are always going to get their guns. I urge you to support concealed weapons on campus. Things you can do. Currently there's a bill in the State House that's being blocked in committee in the Public Safety Committee, which you could talk to the chairwoman and ask her to do that. Let me leave you with this. If you and your friends were in the same room with Sung Pete Cho, Virginia Tech shooter, would you be safer with or without a gun?